Hello, I'm Howie Shareff, and welcome to another show from You Call This Yoga, an educational nonprofit organization. Today, we'll explore loosen up, have fun with chair yoga. Yes, we'll wake up all the body, relax the mind, soothe the heart in a nice, easy practice. Let's begin in mountain pose. We start with the referencing of 2 fists to position the spacing of the knees and the feet about 2 fists apart. The heels are under the knees so that the shins are nice and long and straight down. We have a little bit of an angle where the hips are slightly higher than the knees, sloping downward. You may use a pillow under your bottom or take your shoes off to create a different relationship that'll allow your body to loosen up a little bit more. Hips higher than the knees. I also like the elbows in line with the shoulders. They're pretty vertical also in that relationship. So the upper arm and the lower leg are similar. We can then roll the shoulders back and down, letting the shoulder blades draw towards the waist, lifting the heart up towards the sky, letting the crown radiate straight upward. And breathe. Attempt to breathe through the nose if possible. That allows your body to get references from your breathing to energize or calm your nervous system. For now, let's just breathe. It's a nice cool morning. Autumn is approaching. One more breath. Sense the coolness. Lovely. Then we'll start to warm up, loosen up, and notice what our body feels like and allows us to do. I'll start with the feet. We'll do one leg at a time. I'm going to turn sideways, but sometimes it's easier to view from video. I'm turning at a slight angle. Most of my bottom is still on the chair. I'm just going to lift the leg closest to you and just do ankle circles. Except the difference is I'm breathing. So go slowly. We're not trying to whip the ankle, but to gently loosen it up. Take a couple more breaths or circles, and then go the other way. Notice how that side feels. Good. Finish and rest. I'm going to shift sides. Sit up tall. Lift the knee. Circle the ankle. Keep breathing. Reverse. One more. Good. Come on back. Sit in the middle of the chair. Then I'm just going to raise the knee again and do some pointing of the toe and flexing of the foot. Breathing as I go. You too. Keep breathing, moving. One more. Good. Lower that. Make sure you're nice and level. Lift the other. Flex and point. Does it feel differently from one side to the other? One more. Good. Finish and rest. Return to your mountain pose. Then I'll turn sideways again. I'll lift the knee and the foot. Good. And then I'm just going to hinge the knee socket. Just opening and closing the knee as I breathe. Continue. Just loosening up the hinges. One more. Good. Settle and rest. Swing it on over. Shift to the other side. Develop your mountain. Knee up. Hold the chair with both hands. Open and close. Keep breathing. The breath is your currency. We don't want to run out of currency. So keep going. Breath drives the movement. One more. Noticing how this side felt compared to the other. Good. Come on back. Settle into your mountain pose. We're going to be moving up towards the hip area. But first, I'd like you to establish your mountain again. Notice how it feels to sit on the chair. And we'll be swaying side to side with the hips, like a pendulum. So that you go one way on the inhale, one way on the exhale. I'll stand and demonstrate, because it may be easier to notice what I mean. Holding the chair, I'm going to sway one way and shift the other. I'm bending my knees. My hips change, but hopefully my shoulders and head are pretty much in the same position throughout. Keep breathing. Good. One more in each direction. Just when you're getting used to it. Good. Come on back. Settle and rest. The other movement I'd like us to practice is a circular pattern with the hips. Imagine you're swaying out broadly, slowly maneuvering a hula hoop. You're breathing too. Feet are hip width apart. Good. Finish those circles. I'm going to demonstrate seated while you reverse direction. Just going around. My whole body ripples. Except I'm trying to keep the shoulders and head steady. This is more challenging on a chair than standing. So be mindful if it feels tight or constricted, not to force anything. If you can stand next time, that would be helpful, but not necessary. One more. Good. Come on back. Settle and rest. I'm going to shift to the side again, and we're going to do some heel and toe raises. Now that we've got the hips a little looser, we can position back into mountain at a side angle, hold the chair with both arms or hands. On the inhale, I'm just going to lift the heel that's closest to you, coming up to the toe tip, and then I'm going to lower, raise, and lower. A little calf stretch. Coming up to the toe tip, and then exhaling down. Couple more. Keep breathing. Good. Finish and lower that heel. Swivel it around. Well, at least you're seeing different sides of your chair. Sitting up tall. Breathing. Heel raise and lower. Good. You notice the difference on this side. Heel up and down with your breath. One more. Good. Come on down. Back to center. Just rest for a moment. Then we'll turn sideways again. This will be a little more dramatic in our side turn. We're still at a slight angle, not directly across. Then on the inhale, I'm going to straighten out the front leg, settle for a moment, take a breath, bring it back, and then extend it behind me on my toes. Extending my body upward in the trunk and chest. Good. Bring it back. Sit up tall, hold the chair. One part, leg extends forward. You can draw the toes back. Settle for a moment. Bring it back. Go the other way. Come up to the toes. Push out the heel. Extend the body upward. Good. Let's bring it back and rest. And repeat a couple more. Lengthen. Extend the body. Extend the leg. Draw the toes back. Good. Then after a couple of breaths, come back to center. Stabilize. Then go and extend the leg behind you. Sit up tall. You're doing wonderfully. Good. Come on back. One more. Notice how this side feels when you're extending, breathing. Good. Pausing, then going back. Extend upward. Beautiful. Finish that breath. Come on back. Rest. Back to neutral. Settle for a moment. Shift to the other side. Hugging the chair. Bringing your bottom inward. Sitting up. Stabilizing. Breathing. Inhale, lengthening one. Sitting up. Good. Couple of breaths. Come on back. Extending back. Lengthen the spine and the heart upward. Bring it back. Repeat several more times. Straightening out the front leg. Draw the toes back. Good. Come back. Go behind you. Press the toes that you're curling underneath your foot. Extend. Good. Couple more pairs. It's lovely outside. Keep breathing. One more pair. And behind you, lift the heel, lift the spine, open the heart, have fun. Good, come on back. Square it up to center. Come back to mountain for a couple of breaths and notice how your lower body is feeling. Let's return to the hands. Let's continue with the hands. Keeping my elbows by my side, I'm just going to bend them and lift the hands, and so they're just in front of me at heart level. I'm going to inhale and roll the wrists and open the palms towards the sky. And then on the exhale, I'm going to roll the wrists and have the palms down. Press the feet, turn the palms up. Stay tall, turn the palms down. Continue. Opening and closing. Continuing, breathing with each element. Inhale to open and exhale to close. 2 more. Good. And then shake it out. Free play. Anywhere you want. Just notice how the wrists feel. 1 more breath. Good. Let it out. Then we could practice tossing away some of our old issues. That's appropriate at this time of seasonal change. So let's just grab whatever's getting our attention and exhale and throw it away. Inhale, grab it. Exhale, throw. Just releasing it away from your heart, letting issues or attitudes that were holding you down to just lighten up. Try to get a different perspective, a different focus of light on it. Fresh breath. Sounds simple, can be helpful. Let's toss it away a couple more times. Good. Shake out those hands and wrists. Wonderful. Now that the hands are loose, we'll get back to using them to support us while we're standing. Or you could stay seated and practice on the chair. Going to do some hip sway from side to side. Good. 1 more. Come on back and rest. Then I'm going to take my hand to heart. And on the inhale, I'm going to just lengthen it upward. Exhale, bring it back. Good. So far, so good. Then I'm going to scoot over to the chair a little bit, and I'm going to practice raising the leg closest to the chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So practice that on the other side by walking around to the chair. I'm going to sit. So while seated, you could practice lifting and lowering without leaning backwards. It's more difficult seated. Now that we've alternated, or at least I hope you have, and you've practiced alternate hands and arms, we can combine the two. On the inhale, we'll take a breath and lengthen upward. Exhale, bring it down. So you're doing opposite arm and leg. Avoid leaning back, just integrating different movements with the breath. I'll demonstrate standing. Inhale and exhale. Hold the chair with 1 hand at least. Good. 1 more. Beautiful. Shifting to the other side. We're standing with the inside leg, lifting the outside arm. Good. Now you're marching slowly with the breath. Couple more. Good. Finish and rest. Take a couple of breaths of transition. Then we'll move higher up to the other parts of the body, the chest, the belly, and the neck. not necessarily in that order. Let's go to the belly. What I'd like you to do is on the inhale, bring the belly up and forward, make it nice and round. Pat it a couple times, see if it's right. And then exhale, bring the belly back to your spine. Belly up and forward on the inhale, belly back towards your spine as you exhale. Good, one more. When it comes to twists, I'm very particular about seated twists versus laying or standing. I think there's a lot of weight bearing when you're seated. So I tend to keep it very simple. I'll demonstrate standing. When you're twisting the trunk and this whole area, avoiding the neck. Your hips shift a little bit. Your knees bend a little bit and move with it. But I'm keeping my feet steady and just turning my trunk, keeping my head in line with my chest. Shifting to the other side, holding the chair, I'm twisting away, pressing the feet firmly downward, just getting a little juicing of the spine and the organs inside the body. Keep breathing, exhaling on the twist. Good. One more. Great. Come on back. Make your way back to the chair. Let's move up towards the chest area. First, let's resume mountain. Elbows by the ribs. Feet and knees 2 fists apart. I'll just hinge the elbows. Bring the fingertips together. Notice that I have minimal bend in my wrist. That's different than this pose, which I discourage. Think of the elbows drawing down to the hips. When you inhale, imagine the space in front of you expanding as your lungs expand, filling with freshness, gently opening as you breathe, exhaling, closing it back. Continue doing this several times. Open the heart forward, pinch the shoulder blades together in the back. Good. Now we can open and arch the back and breathe. Beautiful. The belly comes up, the tail goes back. Heart forward, head draws up to the sky. Keep breathing, rippling on the chair. Beautiful. Couple more. Feel the shoulder blades engaged. Good. Come on back and rest. Then we're going to draw the shoulders up towards the ears when we inhale and roll the shoulders back and down as you exhale. I like to rest my fingers on my thighs. It's like the base of a little crankshaft that's just rolling. Keep breathing, pressing the feet firmly downward, lengthening the crown of your head upward, rippling the spine just a little bit as you go. Avoid slumping. 2 more. Good. Settle for a moment and then reverse. How's those sounds in your shoulders? I know I have one side that's very loud and one that's very quiet. Couple more breaths. Good. Making progress. Hopefully having fun. Let's bend the elbows, bring the hands back towards our center area. Then on the inhale, we'll open the heart again, stay in this mode, and then on the exhale, lengthen the arms up and away from center. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, release it. Keep practicing this, and then we could start to add a little bit of an exhale through the mouth. And then we can gradually build it up a little more. The more dramatic exhale. And if you like, a very dramatic exhale. Next time, victory pose. And I like to shake it out and bring it back and roll the shoulders. Then we'll do a little bit of a head turn. And I say little bit because I'd like your head to turn left or right as opposed to down or up. So with an inhale, as you sit up tall and your elbows are by your side, turn your head straight across to one side or the other. Inhale, turn it back towards the camera, and exhale, turn it the other way. Good. Keep breathing. The bones and discs in your neck are best designed to turn your head side to side as opposed to lifting your chin off your chest. Good. Couple more. Wonderful. Come on back. I know I've been talking a lot and my jaw is loose. How about yours? Come back to mountain. And roll the jaw around. Let the tongue maneuver inside your mouth. Keep breathing and notice which way you're rolling your jaw. Good. Finish that and go the other way. How's your jaw joints feeling? Are you getting a nice squishy face? One more on this direction. And then just shake it out. Oh, how's the face? Good. Well, we'll finish with some nice deep breaths to get some other muscles involved in the mouth. We'll do lion's breath. On the inhale, nice and tall in your mountain. Then we're going to let the tongue burst out of there and breathe. You can practice this in the mirror for someone special. Two more. Let it out. Roar. Delightful. King of the forest or queen. Well, hopefully you feel a little looser in the body, the mind, and the heart. I invite you to visit our website, youcallthisyoga.org, for articles, videos, and information. Also our YouTube channel, You Call This Yoga. I look forward to practicing again with you soon. Namaste.